Hey guys, it's Mitch here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to show you my little jewel orchids that I just ordered and I'm really happy that I got, and I'm just about to repot them, and I thought, well, why not just make a video and show you how I'm going to do this, because I know there's a lot of people that grow these beautiful jewel orchids nowadays. So this one is my Dosinia marmorata, and it's a variety Lewis, and it's got these really beautiful velvety dark leaves with almost a goldy red stripe. And I'm really happy I got this because I just find that Dosinias are very hard to come by. So that's one. And the other one I got here is a Macodes patola, and this one is a variety called Java, and if you can see, it has this nice little white stripe on the edge of the leaves. So this should be a really pretty one. I don't have this one yet. So jewel orchids are my new kind of obsession at the moment. So I'm going to show you how I've been repotting them, because they're kind of different terrestrial orchids to grow. So I do like growing them in these clear plastic pots, because then I can see how dry or wet it is in there. And I'm a person who tends to overwater, so it's better for me to kind of see what's going on with the roots. At the bottom of the pots, I'm going to put these little, they're like terracotta hydro clay balls. You can buy these at most nursery centers. I see a lot of people who grow things in terrariums use these in the bottom of the terrariums, and what I like about them is that when you put them in the bottom of the pot, they kind of just they give it all this extra room for air and water to drain out. So water, if it sits in the bottom of these balls, it does kind of just evaporate up through the mix instead of sitting in a pool of water. So, you know, jewel orchids, they do like it a little bit airy, and they do like it moist but not sopping wet, because their roots will rot. So the first thing I do is I do that little layer of those clay balls at the bottom. Then what I did was I mixed up this bowl ahead of time. All it is orchid bark, perlite, and sphagnum moss. And I kind of want to get it to this point where, you know, it kind of looks like my Pleione mix, if you've seen my Pleione videos, because they're kind of like, these plants live on the top layer of, you know, forest floor debris in the wild. So kind of looks like that's airy with all of the perlite and the bark, and then the moss holds a lot of water. So yeah, I kind of get it to this nice consistency that I know that they will like. And then what I do is just put a nice little layer of this into the bottom of the pot, and it'll sit on top of those little clay pearls. And then what I do is just kind of manipulate the little stem to where I want it, and then I just drop extra mix around to hold it in place. There we go. I usually tap the pot just to let things kind of settle. I don't want to compact this too much. I want it to be light and airy. That looks pretty good. And then what I do is do a little layer on the top of just like the sphagnum moss. I only really do this because I don't like the look of the perlite, to be honest. I'd rather see the moss, and the sphagnum on top kind of keeps the moisture a little bit better on the top, and I can kind of tell when it's ready to water because the sphagnum moss will dry up and look drier than normal, and then I can kind of look at what's going on in the bottom of the pot. So that's about it. Yeah, so these are pretty easy to grow, I find now, as long as you get the conditions right. You can see that's a like very airy kind of moisture retentive mix, and these should do really great. I'm in the process of setting up some terrariums for these to grow in, so I'll do a little update once I have them all set up, because right now they're just sitting in these glass aquariums. But anyway, that's it. If you're new to growing jewel orchids, I really recommend them. I love them. They don't take up a lot of space, and they have really some of the most amazing leaves I've ever seen. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.